want to sell my home, and I put it on the market for $300,000.
It's a lovely home you have. I mean...
All right, let me start over. That was not good. All right, I want to sell my home. I put it on the market for $300,000. I get an offer today for $290,000. The question is, if I could wait a week and get an offer for the full $300,000, would I rather wait that week and get the full price, or take the offer today for $290,000?
You want to take it now. I'll be the real estate agent. You want to take it right now, because the bird in the hand is worth two in the bush, and the market is really starting to soften up. And these things, you just can never tell. And if you have a good offer, I really think it's the right thing to take it. And I'm not speaking out of self-interest here, because I'm just a real estate agent, and our interests are aligned, because I'm getting a commission of your sales. So I want you to get as much as you can for this house. I really do.
When you think about the incentives that the current contract set up between the home seller and the agent representing them, they're not well aligned. But can you ever prove that?
Interestingly, if you look at the sales data on real estate agents' own homes, not their clients' homes, but when they sell their own homes, they get more money than if they sold the same home for a client. Now, why would that be? Well, what we find in the data is that agents hold out for a better price and leave their own homes on the market longer, an average of 10 days longer. But when it comes to your house, well, the agent has an incentive to sell right away.
Why? Because of that $10,000 into his or her pocket, only $150.
I only got $150. Because if you take that $10,000 extra dollars that goes to him, 6% goes to commission, but that gets whacked up. Half goes to the buyer's real estate agent, so I've got half of that 6%. But then I have to kick back half of that to my agency. So I only get 1.5%. So really, in order for me to help him get $10,000 extra dollars, I personally only get $150. But I have to work for an extra week. I have to buy all the marketing. I could be off with another client trying to get a whole commission on another house. So I have a strong incentive to say to him, this is a great offer. It's the best offer you're ever going to get. I really think you should take it.
So no matter what the real estate agent says, I would rather wait a week and pick up the extra $10,000. The agent wouldn't.
It's not that real estate agents are bad, it's just that they're human beings, and human beings respond to incentives.
If there's only one element that I say is there in almost everything we do, it's the idea that incentives matter, and if you can figure out what people's incentives are, you have a good chance of guessing how they're going to behave.
Look at successful families and successful parents, and they just want to copy them, and so they try to do the things that they think that they did to get their family so smart and good and whatever, which is really just can be a really bad mistake of correlation causality. So like, you're going to take your kid to, you know, every mommy and me music class, and you're going to take them to the museum and start looking at all the Greek and Roman sculptures, and you probably already were playing Mozart in the womb and things just to get the brain really stimulated. And it turns out that as best as we can tell from looking at data of actual parents and children along these dimensions, none of that stuff really matters. It just doesn't make your child better or smarter. It might make you happier, it might even make them happier, it might also make them miserable. But it turns out that those are not causal elements.
I would have said, you can teach your kid just as much at the grocery store as you can in a museum, maybe more. My entire academic life has been devoted to figuring out tricky ways to get at causality, because the world doesn't just offer you up causality. Okay, what you see in the world is correlation. What the world gives you is things are moving together or they aren't. But to be useful, you need to dive down and be able to strip away what's causing what, what's not causing what. The data